I was the only one who walked out of that church alive. And sometimes I think that was the real punishment. Because whatever answered those prayers, it didn't need to kill me. It needed me to remember. The church sat on the edge of a small town in rural Pennsylvania. White wood, tall steeple, perfect lawn. It looked like the kind of place people went when they were desperate. And desperate people prayed louder. That's how it hurt them. I first noticed something was wrong when I started asking questions. 5 people had gone missing in 3 months. All of them last seen entering that church. All of them during prayer hours. No signs of struggle, no blood, no witnesses. The priest said the same thing every time. They found peace. Father Daniel was calm, too calm. Late 50s. Soft voice, warm smile. But when he spoke, he never blinked. Not once. I attended a Wednesday evening service. Small crowd, maybe 15 people. A mother with a crying child. An older couple holding hands. A teenage girl shaking so badly she could barely stand. People who needed something. The doors closed behind us. I didn't hear them lock. I felt it. The air changed, heavy, thick. Father Daniel stood at the altar, hands folded, head bowed. "Tonight," he said, "we pray honestly." Something about the way he said honestly made my stomach turn. People began to pray, out loud, whispering, crying, begging. That's when the first scream happened. A man in the front pew, mid-sentence. His voice cut off like it was pulled underwater. The space where he stood was suddenly empty. The woman next to him started screaming. The floor beneath her opened. Not cracked. Opened, like a mouth. Hands grabbed her ankles, dragged her down. Her fingernails left grooves in the wood. The doors wouldn't open. Windows wouldn't break. People ran. Fell. Prayed louder. Father Daniel lifted his head and smiled. His jaw cracked. Literally cracked. Skin split near his mouth, and something inside him pushed forward. Bones shifted the wrong way. His spine bent backward, then sideways, then inside out. He dropped to all fours and began to crawl. Not like a man, like a spider. Limbs bent the wrong direction, head twisted upside down. His mouth moved, but the voice that came out wasn't his. Your prayers were received. You were heard. People tried to hide, under pews, behind the altar. It didn't matter. The walls began to breathe. Faces pressed through them. People who were already gone. Screaming silently. A group of us found ourselves trapped together, 6 people. We tried to stay quiet. It listened for faith, not sound. One woman kept praying. It found her immediately. Father Daniel, or whatever wore him, crawled across the ceiling. Head hanging down. He dropped on her, and she was gone. Pulled into his body. Absorbed. I realized then, it wasn't killing them. It was taking them somewhere else, feeding them into its world. When it crawled past me, it paused. Its head snapped toward me. "You don't believe," it said, not accusing, almost disappointed. That's why I lived. Dawn came suddenly. The church returned to normal, clean, quiet, empty. Police never found evidence. The church reopened months later. New priest, new paint. But sometimes, I see Father Daniel on the ceiling in my dreams. Still crawling. Still listening. And I know the church doesn't need a demon. It is one waiting for the next prayer that means it.